my channel. This is Swift Wellness. I am Ashley, and today we're coming at you with a 30-minute back, butt, and abs workout. That means this entire routine is about strengthening the core and the whole posterior chain of your lower back and your butt. Of course, if you need a shorter workout, make sure to check out our channel for 15-minute options, and as always, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a single video we upload each week. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's go ahead and walk out into that forearm. Let's go in, let's start in that forearm plank today, squeezing through the core, just holding tight. We're just gonna take 3 big, deep breaths here to warm up our core today. Today's workout is all back, butt, and core, broken down into 3 sections today. Good, I just want you to keep holding. You've got 1 more big, deep breath. And on that exhale, I want you to walk up into that that ham plank today and just start switching back and forth through those knees, squeezing through the core. Just taking a deep breath, holding steady, keeping those shoulders directly over those hands, your body in one line. Good. You're just left, right, going through, staying stable. I promise this whole workout is not planks today. Good. You're gonna go both knees at the same time in 3, in 2, and 1. Both knees bend, both knees straighten. Good. Bend and straighten. Good. Just again, following that breath, making sure that your shoulders stay directly over those hands. You've got 3, and then we're gonna drop down to our stomach. Good. Last 1. And slow lower into that push-up position. Big inhale as you come all the way down. Pull those elbows back into a tricep push-up. Find and meet me on the ground. Hands come behind your head, legs long. I want you to pull up and down. Just warming up through that back. Getting ready to go through that warm-up. Good. Squeeze the top. Exhale pulls you up. Inhale brings you down. Good, it's 3. I want you to hold it up in 2 and 1. This time I want you to take your hands to the mat and just lift through the legs. Keep the shoulders and the chest off of the mat. You're just pulling up those legs, squeezing through the glutes. Good, just lift and lift. Good, it's only your lower legs moving here. You're just keeping your chest lifted. We're gonna put the whole thing together in 3. We're gonna lower all the way to the mat in 2 and 1. Bring that head, neck, and shoulders all the way down. Shoulders and legs move in 1. Come up. Good, it's down. Big exhale, big inhale, exhale. This is how we're gonna finish out this warm up. Good, on the next one I want you to hold it all the way up, and I want you to flutter kick through those legs, finding that strength in the low back. Keep the legs long. It's 3, we're gonna rock back into child's pose in 2, in 1. Hands come all the way up, sink back into child's pose. We're gonna come all the way onto our back. We're gonna start off in our glute set today. So spin those legs around. We're gonna start off with some glute bridges today. So heels and feet into the mat, hands at your sides. We're gonna rock up, squeeze through the glutes as we press all the way to the top, and then come all the way back down. So again, you're squeezing those glutes at the top and coming all the way back down. So we're gonna go through this entire workout, no repeat today, which means you're only gonna see each exercise 1 time. So we're gonna add in those modifications and those challenges as we go through each exercise. So start a little easy, add those challenges and those modifications as you need to. So again, you're pressing up, squeeze, and back down. Again, squeeze to the top. Good, you've got 2 more, and then I want you, if you have that challenge in you, to lift your left leg. If you don't, stay in this glute bridge, work through With me, if you want to go into that single leg, squeeze and lower. Big exhale, big inhale. So again, using those hands at your side for support. Squeeze, the lift comes from the glutes, does not come from your back here. Good. You've got 2 more, and then I want you to switch to that right side. Good. Again, if you're not here yet and you don't want to do the single leg lift, that's okay. Keep up with those glute bridges. If you want to go a little faster, you can always add in a little bit of speed. Good. Squeeze. We've got 10 seconds left, and we're going to roll over onto our hands and knees. Good. It's 5. It's 4. 3. Rolling over onto our hands and knees in 2. And 1. Good. Go ahead and roll over. We're going to start in a bear plank. So you've done these before. Shoulders over your hands, hips over your knees. We're going to start off with this left leg. So I'm going to press up through my knees. Both knees are off that mat. We're going to extend that left leg long, and it's a lift and a lower. Again, exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower back down. Lift and lower. Good. Of course, this is your modification. If that's too challenging to keep that knee off the mat, you can drop that knee, lift and lower. Good. Just squeeze and lift and lower. Again, trying to hold that core nice and tight. No arch in the back, no round through. So as I lift, the only movement is coming from my glutes. Lower, lift, and lower. Good, we're staying on this side. We're almost through, but I want you to take that lift and that lower, and we're gonna add in a knee. So you're gonna lift, and as you lower, I want you to bring that knee into the chest, extend, and lift. So in, out, lift. Good. In, out, lift. Again, as you add that lift, no arch in the back. If your knee is still on the mat, it looks like in, out, lift. In, out, and lift. Good. You've got 5 seconds. We're going to switch to the other side. So hold that rhythm. Of course, if you can't and you don't have it in you, that's okay. Stay with that leg lift. Last 1. Good. Bring it back to center. We're switching to that opposite leg. So if you drop to your knees, I want you to challenge yourself to lift them up. We're starting just with that lift and lower here. So again, tucking that toe, keeping that knee hovering just over the mat. Lift and lower. Again, just that lower part of your booty is lifting, lowering, lifting, lowering. Good. Again, drop your knee. That's always the option. Good. It's lift, lift, squeeze. We're gonna add in that knee in again in 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, out, lift. Good. Out, lift, in, out. Really working all of the muscles here of the glutes. I'm gonna let you onto your stomach here after this. So if you're still holding that bear plank, you've got 10 seconds as we pull it in, lift, in, lift. 5. Good. It's 4. It's 3. And it's 2. Last 1. In, out, lift, and go ahead and set them down. We're coming down onto our stomach. Hands make a pillow for your chin. Heels come together, toes apart. Pull those knees as wide as your mat. I'm gonna look at you so that you can see. Squeezing through the glutes. We're not arching through that lower back. We're gonna lift, pressing the soles of the feet to the sky, and come back down. So it's up, down. Exhale, inhale as you lower, pressing out as high as you can here, just squeezing, thinking about getting the glutes all the way up, thinking about taking those quads, lifting them off the mat, keeping those heels together but those toes splayed out. Good. Exhale, inhale, squeeze the glutes at the top, keep those knees wide. Good. Squeeze and squeeze. Just holding again, really working the glutes, making sure you don't feel it in the lower back. If you feel it in the lower back, I want you to press that pelvis forward, bring those hip bones into the mat, And then squeeze harder through the glutes as you lift to prevent that arch. Good. 5, we're gonna open those knees and close each time we press up. 3, 2, last 1, hold it open. I want you to open through those knees, close, and bring it back down. So your closed position is our starting position from those frog legs. I want you to open extra as you lift, open more. Bring those knees back to the edges of your mat. Up, open, back, and down. Good, you've got 15 seconds. Down, up, open, and down. Again, same thing as you press up, it's an exhale, and then it's an inhale as you bring it back down. You've got 5, it's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take those hands underneath your shoulders. Back to that hands and knees position. I know that you're familiar with donkey kicks, but we're gonna add a little bit of a rotation today. So let's start on our left side, tuck that toe. Your position looks like this today. It's an up into that donkey kick, bringing that left knee over that right leg, back to center and down. So it's up, over, up, down. So watching that I don't press into this right side, I don't want to tip my shoulders all the way into this position, holding my core nice and tight. It's up, over, up. So the only thing that's moving is this left hip and down. Up, over, up, and down. Squeeze all the way up, over, up, and down. Good. Up and down. Again, big exhale, and then a big inhale as you bring it back down. So here is your challenge for the next 20 seconds on this side. I want you to take that bear position again, lift that knee, twist, up, down. So I'm never putting those knees down. It's only another 12 seconds, holding that core nice and tight, up, over. You've got 5. We're dropping that knee in 3, 2, and 1. Same thing, other side, tucking the toes on that right knee, squeezing through the core, up, over, up, down, up, over, up, and down. I want you to avoid kind of making it a circle through your hip. It should be 3 distinct movements. It should be an up, it should be an over, up, and then bring it all the way back to center. Up, over, good. Squeeze all the way through. This is the last exercise in your set of glutes today. Good. We're pressing up, over, up, and down. We've got one more just like this, and I want you to pop up into that bear plank. Challenge yourself for the next 20 seconds. Up, down. Squeeze, keep that core nice and straight. Keep those shoulders over the hands. You can do it. You've got 10 seconds. Hold it up. Good. Down. You've got 5. Good. It's 4, 3, 2, and good. It's 1. Drop those knees. Take a quick child's pose before we switch over into abs today. So let's go down to your mat. You're free of those glutes now. We're gonna take a reverse plank. So my fingertips place onto the mat, fingertips towards the hips. We have 2 options here. You can bend knees, is a little bit easier than legs long. Elbows go directly back. I'm gonna squeeze through my core as I press into that reverse plank. And then I inhale as I bring it back down. So I'm trying to get into one long line here and then come all the way back down. So of course, heels into the mat a little bit closer to my booty is a little bit easier. Coming back down. Good. So wherever you are, I want you to challenge yourself to get your hips as high as possible. So all the way up, squeeze, and then all the way back down. So of course, you know we're gonna make this a little bit more challenging, but you've got 10 seconds to stay here. Or you can join us in 3. We're gonna lift that left leg as we press up. Good, in 2. So I want you to lift at the highest point of that plank, lower, and then come back down. So it's up, lift, lower, down. So again, 4 positions here. 1, 2, 3, and drop it. Got one more, up, down, lower, good. Switching to the opposite side now, pressing up, right leg comes up, right leg comes down, hips come down, up, up, good. You've got 12 seconds. We're dropping out of this plank onto our back. Good, in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, go ahead, roll onto your back. Switching into some dead bugs today, so palms together, knees stacked directly over hips, feet stay flexed. I want you to think about pressing that lower back into the ground to maintain that engagement. Take one big deep breath, and then on your next inhale, you're gonna extend your left arm and your right leg as long as possible, trying to keep that knee and that hand not moving, coming back to center, and then switching sides. It's the left leg, the right hand, bring it back again. So a big extension as you exhale, and then a big inhale as you bring it back again to center. So extending as long as possible, trying to get that leg and that arm all the way down, but never letting that lower back come off the mat. So as you extend, if you feel the arch, that's your lowest point. And that's okay if you can't come all the way to the mat. We're just working on gaining strength here, working on getting stronger. Good. You've got it. You've got 10 seconds. There's no challenge here in this exercise. I just want you to get used to maintaining that positioning through the core, holding it nice and tight before we transition into the next 2 exercises. So you've got 3, you've got 2, and you've got 1. Palms go down into the mat by your side. Arms and legs go long here. I want you to find your 45 degrees because we're gonna lower down. So legs as long as possible. Big exhale as I lower my legs, keeping that engagement for the last exercise. Big inhale as I pull them back all the way up. So your modification here, of course, is keeping that legs as long as possible. You could always externally rotate, so it takes a little pressure off those hip flexors. Or if you want the challenge, I want you to take your hands behind your head, chin faces towards the sky so you don't cut off that windpipe. And then as you lower, again, maintaining that engagement, feeling those low abs work, comes all the way down. And a big inhale as you come all the way up. Good, big exhale. So wherever you are, head, neck, and shoulders up, palms into the mat. I want you to just focus on a slow lower, and then that big inhale pulls those legs back to the top. Good, lower and up. Good, we've got one more exercise just like this, a quick little cardio burst, and then we're gonna jump into our back section today. So last lower, and then pull it all the way back up. Take those knees, stack them again directly over the hips. I want you to take those legs, flex those feet, press out and away, pressing that low back into the mat just like before, maintaining that engagement, coming back to center. So palms into the mat for support. It's pressing out and in, out and in. Of course, you want that challenge, you want that added difficulty. Pull that head, neck, and shoulders up. Press out and in, out and in. I want you to watch that you're not just extending those knees, you're pressing out from the body, you're bringing it back in to center. Good, it's out and in, out. Good, make sure you're exhaling as you press away, inhaling as you bring those knees back. So the breath pushes those legs away, the breath pulls those knees back. Good, you've got 5. Once you bring them back in 4. Good, we're switching to that cardio burst in 3. You've got 2. This is your last one. We're gonna roll over onto our hands and knees, pop into a plank. We're not here for very long. I want you to take those hands, we're gonna start up into that push-up position, taking your feet as wide as you need to. We're gonna come down to that forearm plank and then walk back to our hands. So it's down, down, up, up. Always watching that that core is not wiggling. We're holding it nice and tight, hips steady. The only thing that's moving is my shoulders as I press up and I come down. Of course, your modification, drop those knees, down, down, up, up. Good. We're moving here quickly. You're only here for 20 more seconds. We're going through this one quickly. I won't make you stay here forever. You've got 15 seconds, whether you're in that plank or you're in the hands and knees position. That's okay, you've got 10. Good, walk it down, walk it up. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, drop those knees. Take a deep breath as you sink back into child's pose. And then we're gonna switch to our ab set, which is our last set of class today. Just like we did in the warm-up, I want you to extend your arms long, legs long. We're going into some Supermans. So I want you to take a deep breath. Come all the way down. Face goes into the mat. On your next big inhale, I want you to lift all the way up, really thinking about pulling from that lower back. And then on your next inhale, you're coming all the way back down. So again, big exhale pulls all the way up, and big inhale. So of course, you can take your hands behind your head if you prefer. So as you lift, I want you to think about that breath pulling you from the mat, pulling your quads up, pulling your chest, and then an inhale lowers you back down. So on your next exhale, I want you to try to fight for a little extra height. Fight to get those quads just a little bit farther. Use the strength of that lower back and back down. So again, big exhales, I pull myself up and come back down. Of course, if you find that to be too challenging on your lower back, extend both arms, and you can always alternate from that left and that right, pulling right arm, left leg off the mat, coming back to center, and then pulling all the way up with that opposite arm. So wherever you are, I want you to give me 3 more good ones. Good. Fight for on these last 2 to be the absolute tallest of this entire set. Good, this last one, I want you to hold it up at the top, fight, try to pull that head, neck, and shoulders up. You're gonna pull that quad up, you can do it, you can get 2 extra centimeters, pull up, 3, 2, and drop. Big deep breath, we're gonna stay in the same position, but I want you to take yourself into cactus elbows. So bringing those elbows to 90 degrees at the side of my body. Looking into the mat, legs zip up. Here's how I want you to start. Pull that head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat, chest off, elbows at 90 degrees. You're tipping to the right side of your mat, touching that elbow, coming back to center, tipping that left elbow to that left side. Good. Twist, center, twist, center. So on this, I never want you to press your chest back to the mat. I want you to keep it lifted during the duration of this exercise. Legs are still on the mat here. Twist, center, twist, good. Left and right, good. You're gonna get to set your chest down in just a second. And then we're gonna switch this whole exercise here. Good, it's 3, it's 2, and 1. Good, go ahead, set your head, neck, and shoulders down. 1 deep breath, and then I want you to pull your legs up, keeping those cactus arms. Then I want you to pull your head, neck, and shoulders up, keeping those arms at 90 degrees, keeping your legs lifted. Now we're tapping, twisting from side to side. Left elbow, center, right, center, good. You're almost there. Working through the remaining exercises of this set. I know it should be challenging. It should be on fire through your lower back, especially as we twist and get that rotation through the spine. Good. You've only got 2 exercises left after this. Good. You've got 3. Tap that left side. 2. Tap that left side. Last 1. Make sure you tap that left side. Good. And set it down. Sitting all the way back up. We're going back to that original hands and knees position. So shoulder stacks directly over that hand, hips over knees. Going into some bird dogs today. So focused on that core. Pressing that pelvis forward, squeezing the glutes back in one line. I'm gonna extend my right arm, my left leg, holding that core nice and tight. No arch, no round. Taking that elbow, bringing that knee back to center, not worrying about if I can touch. I just wanted to bring it back to center, keeping your back in one long line. So it's out and it's in. Just as before, it's an exhale and inhale. So I don't care if those knees can touch, I just want them to come back to center, out, in, out, and in. Just finding that rhythm, extend, holding that core, never letting go of that engagement here, pressing that pelvis forward to maintain that engagement, in, out, good, out, squeeze it in, and extend, good, you've got it. You're just holding in that core nice and tight. We're gonna add in a combo out. On this next one, I want you to hold it out. We're just gonna add little pulses here. Again, finding your balance, squeezing through that core. Just little baby pulses. Left leg, right arm, lift. Good. You're holding it here. You've got 10 seconds. We're gonna switch to the other side. Good, it's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, go ahead. Set it down, same position on the other side. Sweat dripping in my eye today. So take that right leg and that left arm, they come out. Find that center of balance, squeeze through the core, squeeze through the glutes, in and out, in, out. It's been a while since I've sweat this much in one of my classes. So it's in and out, squeeze, out, making sure you're holding through that core, no arch, no rounding of that back. Again, shoulder stacks directly over that hand. Extend, fight for that length. Fingertips go long, toes go long, center, out, in, out, good. Exhale, inhale, good. You've got 10 seconds, and then you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna hold that arm out, hold that leg long. Good, it's 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it out, little pulses, squeeze. Again, lifting it for height here, but keeping those movements small. You've got 10 seconds. We've got one exercise after this, and then you are free today. Good, you've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, we've got, whew, there goes another sweat droplet. We've got one exercise left today. We're gonna finish it out in the same way that we finished out that ab section, with a little bit of a cardio burst. So holding in that push-up position, feet can go as wide as you need them to. I want you to think about squeezing your core, holding for 2 big deep breaths here, and then we're gonna start with a shoulder tap. Right hand comes to left shoulder, left to right. Holding here. So you'll start, again, we're working into a little bit of a cardio burst. Finishing out class nice and quickly. Going in 3, 2, and 1. Good. Quick taps, no rock through that hip. Twisting back and forth, trying to go quickly through that shoulder tap. Of course, your modification is a slower tap, going right to left. Your option is always to drop to the knees. Go quickly, get your heart rate up through the end of class today. So whether you're here, you're on your knees, you're working quickly. Good, you've got 20 seconds. So I'm right here, I'm so dripping sweat with you guys today. Good, you've got 15. Holding your core, no rocking your hips. It's 10, good. And we're dropping back to child's pose. Good, in 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1, good, drop it back. So we're extending long, let's go ahead and get this cool down started today. Taking those hands, let's stretch out first and foremost into our back. Take those fingertips underneath the shoulder, press up into the mat. Take a few deep breaths here as you stretch out the muscles of the back. Of course, you can always twist over that opposite shoulder, getting a little bit of rotation through the spine. Coming back to center, and then a big exhale as you twist to the other side. Oh, you guys are as sweaty as I am today. Good, on the next big exhale, I want you to meet me back in center. We're gonna push up into downward facing dog, pressing those hips to the sky, trying to send those heels back into the mat, sending the head through the shoulders, pedaling out those knees as they need to. Taking 2 or 3 deep breaths here. And I want you to come down into that chaturanga in 3. Really on just your own breath. I want you to come in, shift that weight forward, pull those elbows back, and then slowly lower to your mat. Good, you've got it. And in that same position, slowly lower all the way up, press back into that downward facing dog. And then come back to center, slowly lower down one last time as you finish out this cool down. And then press back into child's pose to end your class today. Sink back onto those heels, stretch those arms out long. Great work. I hope that body weight workout was exactly what you needed to work all of the muscles of the back, the butt, and of course the core. The whole entire point is to get stronger, so let me know in the comments below, what did you like, what didn't you like, did you take the added challenges, did you need the modifications? Let me know so I can make the best possible workout for you. And of course, make sure to share our channel with your friends and like and subscribe so you don't miss a single video we upload each week. Have a great day.